hey, living environment fans, what a weekend that was. Wasn't that something else? And how about that Super Bowl game? Wow, that was incredible. I can't believe that the one. Actually, I don't have any idea who won because I'm filming this on Friday. But wow, what a game. That was a great game, don't you think? Yeah, but how about that halftime show? Woo, that was good. Anyway, let's do today's bell ringer, shall we?
All right.
Hey now.
Mr. Kovacs class. It's Mr. Kovacs class. You might learn a ton. It's Mr. Kovacs class.
He's interested too.
It's Mr. Kovacs class.
And he's super cool.
It's Mr. Kovacs class.
Apoptosis. Cell death. That was weird. Okay, yeah, let's see what we know by now, right? We know there's a chromosome, right? And a chromosome is a nicely packaged bundle of chromatin, of DNA fibers, right? And this is most likely one piece of DNA here on this side, and its sister, the copy after replication, is here on this side, and they're stuck together through a little button called a centromere. We call this a chromosome. These are called sister chromatids. Chromatid, right? And you know that different organisms have different amounts of chromosomes, right? We have 46 or 23 pairs, 46 chromosomes in our genome. So that means we have 46 strands of DNA sitting in our nucleus doing transcription and translation at any given time in every cell. That's pretty cool. And we've talked, of course, that sometimes you can see chromosomes, but you can only see them when cells are doing mitosis, when they're copying themselves. And we're going to spend some time with mitosis today. But let's review what we talked about on Friday, which was what happens if they don't do mitosis. Right? Cells are born, and they go into the cell cycle, right? And the cell cycle G1 phase, we call it an interphase. That's when the cells are doing the hokey pokey, you know. That's what it's all about. Right? And then when they reach a certain size, or they get some signal from outside, or maybe even inside, they decide to replicate their DNA and then split their nucleus in half, and then split their cell in half. And now you have two daughter cells where you had one parent cell before. And because of the copying and the splitting of the nucleus, each daughter cell has the exact same genome, the exact same set of chromosomes as the original parent cell. But we mentioned on Friday that every once in a while, when they get here, the option is not to copy yourself, it's rather to kill yourself. We call that apoptosis. 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 Cell death. Here's a cell undergoing apoptosis. See, it's blebbing. They call that blebbing. It's busting up. Its cytoskeleton gets destroyed, and it starts to bubble on itself, and you wind up with little vesicles instead of a full cell. And then a macrophage comes and eats them. That's usually what happens during apoptosis. Why would this case, this cell was infected with a virus. And we've learned that virus-infected cells are usually told to kill themselves by cytotoxic T cells, right? That's usually how we deal with viral infections. Is your infection, we recognize the antigen, you're told to kill yourself in the name of saving all of the other cells. You need to kill yourself, and by doing so, you kill the virus within, right? But we also mentioned that apoptosis is needed for development, right? Destruction of cells is important in development. And my great example, of course, was the old webbed toes, right? The webbed fingers. Right? When you're developing as an embryo, right, you're growing your bones in there, and right, but they're all connected by skin. The only way you get rid of the skin is by apoptosis. by having those cells destroy themselves. Or my other great example is the old tadpole turning into a frog. Right? The tail of the tadpole doesn't just fall off one day. It slowly disappears through apoptosis until there's no tail at all on the adult frog. Apoptosis, cell death, apoptosis. Apoptosis, cell death. That's weird. Why does it keep doing that? Well, there you have it. Apoptosis, programmed cell death. All right, part of the cell cycle that you need to know. Today we're going to learn all about mitosis and the steps, the phases of mitosis. And by the end of the period, you should know all of the different phases and their associated hand signals. So that's what we're going to do in class today after this bell ringer and after our ed puzzle. Okay? Beauty.